So with this demonstration, we actually saw how easy it is for a web application to be integrated with the multiple identity providers and provide an elegant use of user access management into the application. Well, now let's come into how a system integration works behind the firewalls. Now, this actually slide provides a design concept for cross-domain system integration behind the firewalls. The server application and the client application communicates via AppFabric Relay Server or Service Bus, which everyone knows as. And the security is actually managed by AppFabric Access Control. Well, let's see a demonstration to see how it really works. Now for demonstration, what I have is a console application which is running on my local machine, on my laptop, and my laptop is currently configured to be running under IMGroup's corporate domain, and therefore it's behind IMGroup's corporate firewalls. The functionality of this particular application is based on some values, it will generate a mortgage per month. It's kind of a mortgage calculator, you can say. So if you enter, give mortgage amount, duration, rate, etc., it will actually generate your monthly mortgage amounts. To use this application, what have you done is I have reused my demo domain, and this is my client on my demo domain. Let's bring this one on top of it so we can see client and server together. So here in the client, it's asking me to enter the mortgage amount which is required. So I add, let's say, 1,000. The time period, so I'll say is around 20. Its deposit amount says 500. And at this point, the client actually initiates a communication from this domain, domain environment into IMGroup corporate domain. And both these actually applications are currently sitting behind the firewalls. And we see here in the server, it says received a calculation request for an amount of 1,000 and returning a result, say 48.05. And that's what we see. Result from calculation server 48.05. So with this actually quick sample, we saw how feasible it is for two different applications to talk to each other. But how exactly it has been possible. So let's go back into our presentation and see what has been going behind the scene. Well, when our server application started, it initiated a security communications into access control and requested for a token, security token. Access control based on the credentials have sent a token back to our server application. Using the token, the server actually initiated a communication to AppFabric Relay Server. Now once the actually client wanted to communicate with the server, it sent the security tokens, credentials into AppFabric Access Control, and the Access Control actually returned them back this token again. And thereafter, the the client application used the same token and sent the request into AppFabric Relay Server. Authenticating the token, AppFabric Relay Server forwarded the request back into this listing server. And the server then actually, after doing its calculations or any activity, have responded back. The response was then fed back into the listening client application. So here we can say that even though these two applications or systems were sitting behind the firewall, they could seamlessly talk to each other as if they were part of the same domain, or as if this particular server was actually a public facing. So with this demo, we can see how we can actually bring a functionality out from a domain for collaboration into some third party without compromising any of our firewall accesses. And throughout this process, we have not opened any public ports other than 80 and 443, that too only for outbound. So then there is no port open for any inbound communication. So it's not that any of the servers are hosted on public network.